to glow. Get ready, my friends. It's time for the show. We're streaming live across the Twitch TV land, talking about ashes of creation. We have it all planned. Pharaoh's calling. Through the divine portal we'll soar. Together we'll conquer like never before. Welcome to the inner shadows, where legends are made. A Twitch TV stream where we never fade, as the night embraces and the excitement grows. Join us on this journey as the story unfolds. Step into the inn where secrets unfold. The hidden daggers where the stories are told. The stage is set, the lights begin to glow. Get ready, my friends. It's time for the show. We're streaming live across the Twitch TV land, talking about ashes of creation. We have it all planned. Pharaoh's calling. Through the divine portal we'll soar. Together we'll conquer like never before. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Hope everyone is doing good, and I hope everyone is jacked up and super ready for the PTR. As you can see, we don't have a game screen because we're not going to be able to share the game. But I have hopefully some interesting stuff for you to look at, and we're just going to talk about the PTR and everything about it. And as we eventually get to dive into it, we'll be able to talk about what we're all seeing together. So in the meantime, let's just start a conversation about what you're hoping to see today in the PTR. Um, I'll be here to answer your questions, so hit me up when you got something good, or if you just want to say hi. Hey, Fergova, how you doing? Good morning. Good morning. What do you think about our bulletin board here? Are you looking forward to the PTR? I know I am. I know I am. Let's go ahead and move this chat box over here. What do you say? So that it doesn't block our. Put this up here. Oh, looks good. Good. Yeah, I'm waiting too. I'm not sure what time it's supposed to be up. I think what 12 o'clock or something like that, like normal. But I guess we'll see. I just wanted to get some kind of a stream in this morning, and maybe we can get some people in just to talk about it and see what's going on. I'm so glad that you decided to join Aura. I'm glad. Hopefully everyone's been welcoming so far. As you can see, I have some Join Aura um, advertisements here. Oh, I don't know if you guys can't see the dwarf. The dwarf is missing. Have you seen me? It's Stogly. Yeah, Stogly's missing. This is I actually really like this bulletin board. I can kind of mess around with this and add stuff to it whenever I want. 7 p.m. your time. Nice, nice. Yeah, well, at least you'll get a little bit of game time. Now, I'm assuming that it's going to be a fresh new world because everyone's going to be wiped. So it'll give me a chance to, go check out my starting strat and see what kind of new quests they have. And, um, you know, a lot of people think there's not going to be that much in there, but I have a feeling that there's going to be more than we think there's going to be. But we'll find out. I mean, they're not making it persistent to not have us test anything. So I got that Cotton Eye Joe song in my head. I don't know why. Watch, I'll probably be copyrighted because of that or something. Yeah, so I figure we'll just have this screen up and we'll just talk, and then when the PTR goes, we'll all just kind of discuss and we'll play the PTR and see how it goes. You hope we don't have to think up new names again. Now, oh yeah, no, you shouldn't. I mean, yeah, I guess that's true because they did have that error. I probably not. They probably took care of that. I would hope. I would hope. If not, I guess start thinking of a name. Just do your name backwards. Puppy. What class are you gonna play? What archetype you think you're gonna roll out? You gonna try one of the uh, new races, the Nakua or the Pyre? It went good. I don't know if you saw the. I had one of my subscribers message me last night, and she asked me if I could go ahead and tell her about the speed run. I said, well, I said I could tell you, but that's a lot of typing. I'm not very good at typing. I said, tell you what, I'll do a special stream for you. So I logged on last night, and we did it was a special stream just for her and anyone else who wanted to watch it. It went real good. It took. We had one death. I incurred one death. I jumped off a mountain while attacking the commander. Ended up getting myself killed. But it took 46 minutes to get level 7.25, give or take. So it went really well. So that was with 6 surplus tokens. Now we have different versions that have eight tokens or even more than that. I think up to 14 tokens, 14 or 15 tokens. It just depends on what you want to do and how fast you want to get there. But yeah, it's going good. This will be actually a good test to see how it goes because I'm expecting quite a few people to enter into this. I'm um, constantly checking the PTR though to see if it's has a patch for it. Pop Dog, how you doing? I don't know yet. I don't know yet, Pop Dog. We haven't. It's not live yet, so I'm not sure. Um, I'm anxiously looking forward to it. I hope it goes well. I hope it goes well. It. I'm looking forward to the anvils. Kind of curious to see what kind of how many quests they have, how that new player experience is for up there. They placed a lot of new NPCs in Lionhold, so I'm kind of wanting to see if they have some new quests available for Lionhold as well. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. You going to be hopping on and joining us today, Pop Dog? I hope everybody who has access to the PTR is planning on coming in and joining us. To be honest with you, because they really need everybody's help. I mean, let's face it, the other server is it's going down tonight. I almost wish, I know some of the other streamers would go nuts if they didn't have anything to stream, but I think we just need to get used to it for the next few weeks. I would be okay if they said, you know what, to get everybody who wants to test dashes, just come over to the PTR. Let's shut down the other server and just really go hardcore on the PTR for the next few weeks and get it ready. But they'll probably leave it open because it might make some people mad. But you know, oh, you don't have an alpha key? You might buy if P3 is somewhat decent. Well, what do you holding off for? I mean, have you? I'm assuming you've been kind of keeping up with it. Explain to me what your thoughts are, and maybe I can help convince you otherwise, or at least try to find out what you're looking for out of the alpha. What's holding you back? Basically, that would be the question. What's holding you back from joining right now? Because honestly, the new player experience, like you're going to get today with the PTR, and you're going to get on August 4th. That's something that's hard to replicate. Um, and if you plan to play the game at launch, you really want to try to be a part of at least one of those fresh starts, so you understand uh, what you're up against as far as how many players, how long it's gonna take to get something done. Anything like that. How long it's gonna take you to level up to get to where you can start grinding. I just tried for Gova. They do not have the patch up and available yet, so I'll let you guys know as soon as I'm able to test that. But yeah, if anybody's in a channel and they're thinking about getting the game, let me know what's holding you back from doing it. Because I'd be real interested to know. You need more PVE content like quest nodes progression. PvP is not your cup of tea. No, well that's fair. That's understandable. And I think that you're in luck. I mean, I don't know for sure. All I can tell you is that you bet, bud. All I know for sure is that I've seen over the last few weeks and month even them adding a lot more NPCs into Lionhold and around the world. So they're definitely have something in mind for those guys. I think it probably takes quite a long time to get quest lines set up, but there's been a big outcry for quest lines, and I have a feeling that like the last few phases have been real grind heavy, which is fine with me. I like grinding, but I also am starting to enjoy the questing, and I have a feeling this phase is going to kind of revert in a few different ways. It's going to revert more to crafting being even more important and enchanting coming making a comeback, and also it's going to bring questing where Intrepid likes to overtune things when they first bring it online. So I have a feeling that questing might be very important this phase, and it might be very involved. I hope so. I know a lot of people are really looking forward to it. Also, $100 you heard you could refund it. So, I mean, I guess you could refund it if you wanted to. I don't know if you absolutely hated it. Yeah, I could see refunding it. I don't. I've never really heard them say that they aren't going to give somebody a refund if they didn't want it because they believe in their product that much. I mean, unless you had it for like a long time and then you tried to refund it. But honestly, if you like it at all, even if you paid the $100 for it, you still get that. You still get some memories. You still get that free sub, which is worth $15. So really, you're paying $85 for it, and it's going to be at least a year, of development before it goes into the launch. At least a year. Those are Steven's words. So a lot of people think it's not going to come out till 2030. So think about all the time you'd get to test it. And remember, it's going to be persistent on August 4th. Really, it's going to be persistent starting today, except today is the PTR. And you have access to that as well. So, I mean, I don't know, Pop Dog. I think back to games like Diablo 4 when it came out, and they lured me in with the nostalgia of Diablo 4, and I ended up getting that and paying $100 or more to get that, and I played it a week. Um, this to me was worth the investment, absolutely, because I've gotten hours and hours and hours, hundreds of hours of enjoyment out of this. You're also looking forward to the summoner class as well. Yeah, a lot of people are looking at that. I don't think it's going to come late in phase three. I think it'll probably be in about a month later. I think it needed a little bit more work. It needed a little bit more time to cook. And the problem that they ran into, or you would run into if you're getting ready to launch phase three on August 4th, is if the summoner is close, if you can't get it out at least a few weeks before for people to test and kind of get it out of their system, if it launched on the day of phase three, well, then all of a sudden you would have everybody playing summoner and you wouldn't have any of the classes. I think what they're probably going to do is they're going to let phase three open up with the new races that they got put in, the new quests, the new starting areas, and let that roll for a little bit. Let people level up to 25 or 30, whatever they let us level up to, and then go ahead and let people get reinvigorated when the summoner comes in. In my opinion, since they've declared it's going to be at least a year long, phase three, I believe that they have plans to release things in waves. Not saying it's not done. I think that they have more stuff done than we think. Um, so I think we're going to see the summoner next, then possibly some more naval content, new biomes, um, all augments, all kinds of stuff that they're going to entice players to keep coming back and keep their interest. Because obviously they need player interest to keep the PTR going and to keep the game going. Well, they say that unless the exploiter. Well, I am not going to argue with you there, Pop Dog. The exploiters and RMTers were a nuisance to say the least, and there's a lot of people who don't care about this project like I do and like many others do, and don't really care about ruining anybody else's experience because they're either out for money or they're just jerks. I mean, let's just put it that way. I hope Intrepid has more of a plan. You know, I think maybe they had a plan all along, but as they said in their live stream, they're still kind of working out some kinks in it because they don't want to ban people improperly. So I get that, I understand that. So hopefully that's a little bit closer. And I think Steven's just really tired of people messing with this game. So I mean, I can't speak for him, but if I were making a game and people were giving it a bad name by exploiting and RMTing and all the stuff that he doesn't want to happen, I'd be pretty pissed off too, and I'd start dropping a ban hammer. People want to throw away their $100, let them throw it away. As long as it happens in the last test phase, they can patch it. Oh yeah, for sure. Um, there's lots of different things that we're going to be able to do in this test. We just need to give it some time. Let me go ahead and pin this for you guys in case you want to see it here. What other questions you got on it, Pop Dog? So it sounds like you've been following it pretty closely, though. Let's see. Are you rerunning your leveling route? Are you talking about the one that I ran last night, whole PC? The one that I did in what 46 minutes or whatever, level 7? I think I will today. I think I'll try that one. I think there's going to be a lot of new quests. I'm going to be doing leveling runs all the time. Uh, so for sure, yeah, I'm probably going to give that one a shot. I want to see how that one goes. I'm curious to see how many people are going to start in the anvils as opposed to how many people are going to start in Lionhold, stuff like that. Oh wow, wow! You've been following. I hope. Oh, and you didn't get a Kickstarter account. Oh man, I would have at least got one of the beginning like $20 Kickstarter things. That way you could have always upgraded it. Yeah, whole PC. I think I'm definitely gonna try that and see how that goes. And I have a lot of different variations of that. So if something goes awry, I'll be able to adjust to it pretty quickly. But Yeah. Are you guys looking forward to the PTR today? I'm honestly pretty pumped up. Do you guys think that they should go ahead and shut the other one down after tonight? Do you think that would make sense just to have that way? I mean, there's not that many players over there, and I feel like most players are going to want to come into PTR, especially since it's going to be persistent now. I mean, even though there's probably going to be wipes, but who cares? They're probably going to have the leveling guy where you can level to 25 if you want to anyway. But I'd rather do the new starting experience and level it up personally. I don't mind. I love fresh starts and that kind of stuff. You like the concept of dynamic approach, so almost everything keeps free. Yeah, I mean, I'm big on it, like the whole story arc idea, or modules as they're calling them now. I think back to the days of Ultima Online when you would have like world events and all of a sudden somebody would attack you. So I'm kind of like envisioning, depending on what goes on in the world around a node, where I don't know, maybe like a swarm of goblins start to attack Jova or something like that in like three different waves, ending up with like the goblin boss attacking it, and he can, if the villagers, if the citizens don't come together to fight these guys, he can destroy node buildings or something like that. So, that kind of stuff could, world events like that just pop off randomly, could be a ton of fun. Anvil's likely has less quests built in. That's what a lot of people are saying. Um, I don't know. I mean, I, I think that they've been working on this a lot longer than they let on. So we'll see. They've got a lot of stuff, guys, that they've been working on a lot longer, a lot more than they've been letting on. I mean, just look at, and if you want an example, look at Naval, right? Nobody, no, not one person in here thought that they were going to show us naval when they did. And here we go, we're sailing around in caravels, and they even upgraded the caravel to where you could carry more inventory and stuff like that. However basic, it was still more than anybody anticipated. So there's more stuff like that. I can guarantee you. So who knows? Maybe they'll throw in more fishing or something like that. We just don't know. We have to give them credit and know that, and figure that they probably got some surprises in it that we'll be pleasantly surprised with. So I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. And the more tasks they get, marked off their checklist, like the dynamic gridding and the summoner, when they get those, all those people from there will be able to move in and work it towards other areas. So everything's a check mark and a check box. And the more they check off, the more they can move into other areas and really hammer stuff out. You hope you get that real dwarven feeling like the anvils. Oh, like yeah, yeah. I hope so too. I know that like the Dunehold Guild and my missing Thogli there in the background. I know he really probably hopes the same as well. So yeah, what I thought was really cool about the anvils was the way it looked when they showed it in the live stream. It kind of, I don't know if you played Arcade, but it kind of looked like, with the high plateaus and stuff like that in Arcade of like Hasla or something like that. I was like, wow, that looks really cool. And immediately I thought about gliders. I'm like, oh, I want some gliders. I really, really hope that they put those in. I know that they're supposed to have some mounts that glide, but I wouldn't mind if they just went with the old glider theme from Arcade and just stole that, because that would be really cool. Because it's tough seeing the only people who can fly around, the mayors and stuff like that. Yeah, I know everybody can't have dragons, but it would be cool, because with the gliders, players could get up in some pretty high areas and explore some different areas. And that's really what it's all about, right? Is it being able to explore the world of Vera. And that shouldn't be limited to just people who are mayors and stuff like that. I'd like to be able to like get up high on the anvils and hop off the plateaus with my glider and kind of survey the ground below if I'm looking for certain gatherables or something like that. Excited for Steven's interview with Copium Clinic. Yeah, he's a guildie, by the way. He's an aura. I'll be watching that. He should release some exclusive to rebuild the hype community. Oh yeah, Burns is great. I love Burns. Yeah, Burns has a great channel. I'm not sure when the interview is, and I know that I'm pretty sure that I think it's public knowledge because he announced it the other night. I think that Nice Gaming has an interview with Margaret, I believe. So, are you guys? I don't have this thing on full screen, so are you guys able to see and read closely what these wanted posters say? I'm curious if you guys can, if it's big enough for you, or I need to make them bigger, or what. He mentioned it to Dev Stream, not sure if the official date. Let me see here. I had some fun making those this morning. That was interesting. You like the Timalope one? I think anybody who's played the server is and probably knows Timalope and would probably more than happily agree with wanted Timalope. I like the Steven one where it says, "Hello, I got my puppy here kissing me." Hi, Freya. Uh, the 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 Steven one says, famous line, "Embrace the suck." Ah, yeah, that's great. Uh, the nice thing is I can change these up, kind of however I want. What, sweetie? What do you want? My dog is. Oh. Hi, Freya. You my little streamer dog. Do you guys got any other questions? Anybody else new to the channel that is thinking about getting the game or have any questions about it? Maybe you got some archetype questions. I've played pretty much every archetype there is to level 25, so be happy to answer and give you my thoughts on that. Uh, when do you guys think that this game is going to be released? If you had to guess right now, I mean, I already have my opinion, and I'll go ahead and share that with you. But I'm curious just to think when you guys think it's going to be released. Are you guys in the camp where it's going to be 2030? I'm not, but that's it's everybody's opinion. I think it's easier for a lot of people to be negative than it is to be positive. I tend to be more on the positive side, so I'm curious what people are going to be putting up when they're playing this because PTR. Because I know we can talk about it, but we can't show it. So I mean, I guess I could roll some old footage or something like that. You think the end of 2027? Now, what do you? So, all right. So let's think about that, right? So he said that it should last at least a year. So you're expecting some complications from phase three because once phase three starts, it goes into betas, which are going to be, he said, weeks, very short, and then it's going to go to launch. So what makes I'm expecting that you're thinking there's going to be some complications then, almost a full year of complications. Is that what you're thinking, or you just think that their tools are not going to work as well as they say they are? I believe it's going to be Christmas because whether it be 27, 28, 30, 26, whatever, I believe it's going to be a Christmas launch, whenever that is. Um, I think Christmas is usually the best time to market a game. A lot of people have off. A lot of people are going to try it, and I fully expect if New World had a million players buying the game, I fully expect at least 1 million to get a subscription. And remember, there's no box cost, so you're basically telling somebody that they have to spend $15. That's it for 1 month. That's not much at all. That's not much to try a big hype MMO. I think the numbers are going to be through the roof, but we'll see. We'll see. Now, do I expect that many people in players to stay in the long run? Probably not. I think in a lot of ways this is a real niche game, and it won't be for everybody. So if they still have 100,000, 500,000 people playing a year from when it comes out, that'll still be great. That's still a huge success. There are always bugs in softwares, and I don't think that they have the core system ready yet. Now, go into detail about that for Go, but tell me about what core system that you feel that they don't have ready yet. What core system are you referring to when you say that? Because that's a little bit of a blanket statement. So enlighten me a little bit more on your thoughts with that one. Like, I mean, I would consider the caravans a core system. I would consider, the gathering a core system, and in that respect, gathering, crafting, and processing and all that stuff. Yes, the whole economic thing needs work, which should be addressed very shortly. We'll see. Um, we will see. By the way, guys, if you guys are enjoying the channel here, make sure you drop that follow. We're going to be leveling up. I have a static group with Aura. We're going to be leveling up, and you'll get to see me level. I'll do it 1 through 25 or 1 through 30. We're hoping to do it in 3 days. Um, I was in the top 10% leveling with my rogue this last phase at 2.2, 2.5 with only pickup groups. So I'm going to old man, no life it this whole time. So if you're interested in watching that, especially you, Pop Dog, um, since you haven't bought the game yet, come watch it and check it out. No, just caravan. What about caravans do you not like? Because I feel like caravans are pretty complete. I mean, especially now that they're adding the crate system in, which we already had crates. But I feel like the caravan system is pretty complete. You can now, yes, you can't upgrade them yet a lot. Like they don't have the abilities yet, so they need to add that in. And they need to add the highwayman and bulwark system in, meaning like the perks that you get for attacking them and or defending them. That needs to be in. So I agree with you there. Um, but yeah, the node, they pretty much need 2 more stages of nodes. But it sounds like that they have the stage 4 ready to roll out. So that's the main. Ooh, we got a. Looks like I got an ad starting soon. I'll go ahead and shut up while the ad rolls. Go ahead and put your questions in chat, and then I'll go ahead and uh, address those as soon as this ad gets over. Let me see if I can just run this ad to get it over with. No, not yet. Did the ad just get over with? It says pre-roll ads have been disabled for 32 minutes. All right. Um, yeah, there's some things with the caravans I like to see better, but the whole concept of it, I mean, they run pretty well. You should have seen it in Alpha 1 and in the beginning Alpha 2. I lost so many caravans because they'd be like flying in the sky. I'd have like an all rare Weeping Willow caravan and it would just disappear. And that was like, oh, ads in progress. Oh, all right. I'll shut up here. Ads are in progress. We're going to go ahead and just hang on a second. Let me try to log into the PTR real quick while that's going on. Not yet. No patch yet. Got 20 more seconds. Okay. Ad should be over. Uh, yeah, so I see what you're saying about some of those economics. We'll see what they have, but I think they've been working on it, and they've also, a lot of people are like, well, they don't even have a lead economic guy, and they said in the stream that they do have an economic guy. They're just looking for another one. So probably not a very large patch then. I think it probably is a good patch. I bet it is. I think you're going to be surprised. I think you'll be very surprised. We'll
Welcome
see.
to the Hidden Dagger Inn Good Looking.
Hey, Strudel Place, thank you very much. You know what? I need to see if I can move that over a little bit. Let's see. Add-ons. I don't use this scene very often because I usually have a game on. So I appreciate the follow there, good sir. How you doing today? Welcome to the channel. You excited about PTR? What else are you looking for Gova? In what class did you say you were going to play? What archetype do you say you're going to roll with? I'm doing a ranger. I'm just getting real. You know, I've had 25 ranger a few different times. I find that it's going to be easier for me to play that one um, when I'm streaming. So I would have. I'd be hard pressed to go ahead and play the tank while I'm trying to stream and talk to you guys at the same time. That would be a little bit more difficult. Oh, I'm very excited for the upcoming patch. Very excited. You know, more than that, you know me, and I love any kind of a fresh start because the server's going to be wiped. Everyone's going to be rolling in with their new characters. I'm excited to see. I wonder if they're going to have the Guy Fieri in there and let people level up to 25 right away, or if they're going to want people to kind of level up through the starting experience for a little while first. I'm curious how that goes. I want to see if all those NPCs in Lionhold that we just saw running around that we really couldn't interact with. I want to know if they have some quests now. I want to look at the anvils and see if what kind of quest lines they have. Are they just copying and pasting, or do they have their own unique ones? Um, I want to check out the new POIs that they have out in the anvils. Have they done anything else out, in like the tropics or the Jundark, like the uh, the water in the Jundark needed to be done. So I'd be curious to see if that's done. Um, you know, I don't know if you guys got a chance to go under the water in the tropics, but it was so beautiful. They made some kind of a visual change to it, so the field of view underwater was just absolutely stunning. It was great to harvest and stuff like that for mining as well. You think that they'll add you think they're going to add the new NPCs quest? They aren't going to want people to hit. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would think that they wouldn't want people to hit 25 right away. That they're not going to gear people up because then what happens when you do that is then you're going to have a certain sect of people that are just going to go off and PvP and maybe even grief people and stuff like that. So I'm kind of hoping that they don't do that, at least for a little while. But we'll see. Personally, think you should let people level up to 10, 15, then keep it. Yeah, that would make sense. I just don't want to. I want to see people testing the systems, and they've had a chance in the PTR previously to do PvP and do the other stuff. So I kind of hope that they don't let people do that. But we'll find out. I don't know if they've made any kind of official statement on that. Let me go ahead and try the patch again real quick here. I hate how this bothers me how I have to put in my password information and name every time I want to do this because it'll tell you realms are currently down. So it's kind of annoying. You're going to play a female Pyrrhurian. Yeah, I probably pronounced that right. Cleric named Copper with two-handed mace. There you go. I don't like the Pyre. I'm not a big Pyre person. I'm waiting for my Renkai, and I got to be honest with you. I am pretty disappointed that the Renkai is not in already, especially when you see Jacob, one of the GMs, rolling around with Renkai. I should put the Renkai on a missing poster. So am I going to be streaming without? Yeah, I'm just going to be streaming without gameplay visible, and I'm just going to be talking about my experiences with it and hearing your guys' experiences with it, what you think, and we'll just we'll just talk. I mean, I could roll some B-roll footage or old footage of me playing the game, but it just seems disingenuous. People will think that I'm playing it, and they'll be like, "You're streaming Alpha 2, you're streaming the PTR." So, and then I'd have to put a disclaimer in, and yeah, it's just I figured I would go with this little bounty board system and give some people something to look at while we talk about the game. I guarantee there's going to be, and there's going to be some knucklehead out there that is going to not care about the NDA and they're going to stream it and get banned. And, you know, it's got watermarks all over it. So go ahead and stream it if you want, but your account's going to be as good as gone. So is it worth $100 to you, or maybe more depending on what kind of account you got? So probably not for what your 10 viewers that you're going to get in right away before they take it down. So yeah, not worth it. What about you, Strudel? What are you going to play today? Hey, Nugget, how you doing? What's up? What's up? Thank you, bud. Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in there, but I made sure I gave you guys some credit, and I appreciate all your help with that, and I'm looking forward to you finding some good stuff on the PTR and sharing it with me, because you know that's what makes this channel fun, guys, is because I really count on you guys for your help, helping me find a good quest and stuff like that, because obviously I can't catch them all. Quest, leveling up quickly, because I'm all about the speed runs to get stuff done quickly. Things that I might miss, you know, I'm going to miss a lot. So your guys' help is really great. Gives me a chance to put some videos out for new players and help them along, because we really want to be able to. I want this channel to really help the community out. I this in no way, shape, or form will ever be any kind of a toxic channel. Toxic people will be banned. Absolutely. I don't need it. I don't need to deal with it. We are going to harvest a good community here, a helpful community. When somebody comes in and asks a question, I want not only me to answer it, but I'd love you guys to help answer it. That's the kind of channel I want this to be. You've been leveling up on your mage and on production, and be leveling the PTR as well. You want a deeper dive into the combos. What do you think about the mage? Now, I have a few thoughts on mage. One, I think the mage is pretty powerful. Two, I think it has a lot of utility. Three, I hate the skill line, the skill tree on it. I don't like it at all. I personally think it needs a complete rework. And four, I feel that mage, out of all the archetypes, is probably the safest to go into launch with, knowing that it's not going to suck, because that's Steven's favorite class. So you're almost indefinitely going to get a class that plays pretty well. So with those four things being said, what are your thoughts on a mage? Are you happy with it? Do you think it needs a little bit of a rework on this? I've always been that kind of a person that likes the fire tree, the lightning tree. I wouldn't mind some void magic. I'm not. I know what they're doing with it, like the fire and the ice are going to make steam and stuff like that. I don't know. Uh, I would prefer to go with a more uh, traditional approach, I guess. But what are your thoughts? And anybody else who has thoughts on the mage, or all the other archetypes? Do you think that the rogue's going to receive a nerf? The one thing I'd like to, I think the rogue overall is pretty good. I have a 25. He's fun. Um, I do think that the sleep dart needs to be reduced to one charge, and there definitely needs to be some better diminishing returns on the sleep. I mean, right now they can pretty much just hit and run everybody, because even in my tank, I'd beat the crap out of them and they'd run away and they'd sleep you, and you'd be asleep forever, and then they would just drain your mana, and it was really annoying until you couldn't do anything. And why does a tank have mana anyway? Can somebody tell me that? Why does my tank have mana? Why? Does anybody else think that's stupid? Or is it just me? They should have some kind of rage mechanic like WoW, or momentum like the fighter. Yeah, why does the fighter have mana? I don't understand it. So, what other thoughts you guys got? Hit me up with any questions you got. And if you're new to the channel or you're thinking about getting the game, let me know, because I want to know. Yeah. We could probably play some music in the background. I wonder what we could play. Hmm. No, it'll probably get the DMCA or whatever they call it is pretty tight. you think about the cleric for Gova? Are you pretty happy with the? I mean, the cleric is arguably the strongest class in the game. It fears probably only the rogue and nobody else. You don't think they should adjust the classes too much on based on level 25 gameplay? Well, I guess I would probably hold off right now, Nugget, anyway, on doing too much adjustment until they get the augments in, because things are obviously subject to change when the augments get in, and I hope they said that in phase 2.5, I think that they were going to have the cleric and the tank archetypes, and they never got them in. So those got to be close. Maybe they're waiting to get the summoner out first, and make sure the dynamic gridding is in before they go into that hardcore. But I'm sure that they have a full team right now working on just augments. So I'm sure they're making some good progress on that. Do you think what if you had to? Oh wow, that's a book here. It's going to take me a second to read that. There, Strudel. Good thing I'm not playing the game. I think that there's a lot of misconceptions about how the mages work because the list the list of cast time, the one thing, the animation being animation cancel, weave is super helpful with the damage output. I don't feel like there's a lot of combos right now, honestly, with the current mage setup. I mean, setting off the shatter and stuff like that is fine, but it seems like the same basic same mage combo that we use, every time right now when you're a level 25 mage. Let's go ahead and throw our what is it, the Hoarfrost, the Cone of Cold, or Cone of Cold, Hoarfrost, whatever. Your fireballs, your combustion, and then hit them with the lightning bolt, and then pop them with the prismatic beam and drop the lava under them or whatever. It's pretty much the same thing over and over and over. I would like a change, but yeah, like Nugget said, I don't think we're gonna be probably seeing too much of a change until they get the augments in and stuff like that. What are you doing, puppy? Big old puppy. She just plops down. It's gonna be no lifing it when the launch on August 4th comes out. Do you guys have any time off at all? All right, sounds good, Strudel. Do you guys have any time off at all? I got. I don't go back and start driving again until I'm not supposed to be until the August 14th. But who knows? They'll probably call me and say, "Hey, we need to come in to do something." But either way, I should be good until August 14th. So I should have about give or take 9-10 days to go to town. Time. The goal is I'm going to see if we can make a. I want to see if we can make 1,000 in by what is it right now? It's August or no July. So by this time next month, I'd like to see if we can get 1,000. A day or so on August 4th or 5th. Then vacate. Oh, where are you going on vacation? Don't make me jealous. My wife's going on vacation. She's leaving. I'm taking her to the. She's going to the Philippines on the 13th, I think. So I'm gonna be bacheloring it for 3 weeks. you, you're gonna vacation in Vera. By the way, Nugget, did you join a guild? You're not in Aura, are you? Are you in a different guild? You need to come join us in Aura. Do you like my wanted posters there? I saw something. Did was Timalope harassing you in the game? Is he wanted by you? Oh, you're in Highwaymen. How is that guild? I haven't I've seen a few of them, but not too many. Are you the guild leader of Highwaymen? Yeah, I've seen a few, I've seen a few of the highwaymen run around. I think they had more for a while. You guys must have had some people that took a break or something like that, but I think most guilds have. We still had a pretty good showing, though. To be honest with you, I was pretty impressed with the amount of aura we had in 2.5 because a lot of guilds took breaks. A lot of guilds disbanded. I was really sad to see that Rive and this Genesis guild disbanded. I enjoyed those guys, and now you pretty much have the big guilds out there. You have Polar, you have Aura. I mean, Overlord's pretty decent size. Federation's pretty decent size, but really, there's not too many other. You know, Nova Ortem, but not too many other really decent sized guilds. You have a dozen or so active. Dropped about seven. Yeah, yeah. That's. I guess that's pretty much par for the course right now. Let me try to log into the PTR see if the patch is up. Nope, not yet. All right, buddy. I'll talk to you later, Fergova. You have a good one. Take care, bud. Enjoy your dinner. What do you having? I wonder. You're making me jealous. I haven't really had anything good today. I had a can of soda, and what else did I have? Oh, I had some chips and salsa for breakfast. Great healthy meal, right? Not the GM, but a founding member. Nice. Well, I hope you guys do well. You guys going to do you guys have any alliances or anything like that? I know that Aura is. I don't want to speak for Sirixian, but I don't think that we're going to be doing too much allying in Phase 3. I think he kind of wants to roll alone this time. We did do a lot of allying in this phase just to get to know some of the other guilds and stuff like that. But going to tell me later. Okay. See you later, buddy. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping in as usual. Thank you to all my YouTube subscribers who have come in here and checked me out over here. I appreciate it, guys. And of course to all my Twitch people. It's nice to have this multi-stream. Gets it out kind of to everybody. I keep testing this thing, but still not having any luck. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and think up some questions for me, guys. What you guys are looking most forward to? When do you think we're gonna see sport fishing, more naval? Uh, do you think they're gonna add anything to the Jundark and Tropics or anything like that? Some anything could change in a month or so for good or bad. Oh, that's for sure. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna get a drink. Be right back.
Feeling the thrill in the air, we're on our way, gathered here at the Hidden Dagger Inn. Ready to slay through the portal, we'll go into the unknown, facing the challenges together we've grown. In the world of Pharaoh, we'll make a mark, building our empires from dawn until dark. Adversity won't stop us, we'll never lose hope. With friendship as a weapon, we'll conquer and cope. Embrace the adventure, let the sparks ignite. In this journey we'll find our inner light. Hand in hand we'll rise above it all. United we won't stumble or fall.
Back. I got a soda or a pop, whatever you want to call it. You guys like Coke Zero? Oh, it's I got it so cold in the refrigerator. It's like kind of a slushy. Mm, 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 mm. I hope we see Renkai soon. I wonder what the holdup with the Renkai is, especially when we're seeing Jacob run around with the model. I don't know what the holdup is. Maybe that's just another one of those things that they're kind of holding back. They don't want to give us too much at one time, so they can keep bringing people back in. Oh, dogs are barking about something. Mailman must be here. Let's try the PTR again. See what happens here. Gotta type in my information again. Oop. Nothing yet. Oh man, I should have ran an ad break when I was gone. That way I wouldn't have to get one. Hey Vernon, how you doing? You're also crushing a refreshing. There you go. There you go. You know, I can't drink regular pop. Like the regular Coke, I can't drink. It makes my stomach upset. So you're glad to see Timberlope's wanted poster. Can you guys see? You know, I put those together today. You know, my broadcasting screen is obviously not on a full screen, so I'm curious. Are you able to read all the text to those posters, or do I need to make them bigger? Because I thought the Steven one was pretty funny, but I don't know if you guys can read that because for me it's pretty small. But I'm just curious if you guys can see it. I just thought I don't know. I just kind of came up with that this morning. I said, boy, this sounds like kind of a fun idea. I mean, Tim loves to talk on Global, so I'm sure he's got a lot of people that would be happy to get that bounty. Sounds good, Nugget. The main lines are legible, but the content between is too small. So you're talking about like the wanted Stephen Shreve, have you seen me, stuff like that. But the stuff on the bottom, let me see if I can make it a little bigger here so you can read it. Let's see. We'll make it real big here so you can see it. Wait, no, that didn't work. Stephen Poster. Wait, oh wait. Oh wait, no, no, that's never mind. You know what? Um, okay, here you go. I have another version of it. Here you go. I'll make it real big. Can you read that? Yeah, yeah. I figured you guys might like that one. There we go. Let's see, and then you got Thogly. Have you seen me? Thank you, thank you. Yeah, give me something to do this morning. And the nice thing about this little board is I can kind of change it and make it to put up whoever I want up there, whoever's bothering me. Now, Vernon, is this the same Vernon that joined my community channel the other day? I think so. Anybody else looking for a guild? Who wants to come join Aura with us? Roll with us for phase three. Always looking for good players, people who want to take the game seriously and learn. Progress coming in. It is indeed. Oh, great. Well, I appreciate you joining the community. I would love to get that Discord. I got a lot of people in the Discord. I just don't get many people talking in it. I'd love to get more people active in there. Nice, nice. Well, we're looking forward to having you back, and I think there's a lot of people in your situation that are looking forward to coming back. Uh, I mean, I was kind of hoping Phase Three would have been consistent, or like in May 1st when it was supposed to be, but you know they needed a little bit more time to get things cooking. Oh, your old guild went kaput. Who was your old guild? Well, if you're looking to join, you should be able to read the Discord link on the thing there, and you can always find it in the YouTube videos and stuff like that. Go ahead and put an application in and tell them the Hidden Dagger sent you over there. We take all kinds of players, guys. Whether you're a sweaty hardcore PvP player or an artisan, um, in my opinion, for a successful guild, you need. Oh, okay. I remember them. In my opinion, you need both types of players. You need, your gamer dads who maybe can only log on for 15 hours a week and they're doing artisan stuff, or you need your sweaty hardcore PvPers. You need all those people to make one successful guild. We all work together and help each other. So, um, Strixon, I've been in a few different guilds so far in Ashes. I've been in Overlord. I was in Dynasty, and Dynasty was really good. And most Dynasty now is in Aura. Um, and I would say that Strixon by far is the best guild leader, and it's not even close. He's so interactive with everybody. Um, he's got a very calming voice, and not even though he has a very concise um, way of thinking and knows what he wants. He doesn't like shove it down your throat. You know what I mean? He has a really good way of talking to people. You're firmly a gamer dad mode, so I'll be yeah, absolutely. They're putting together static groups right now for phase 3. So yeah, absolutely. Put in an application if you're interested at all, and come join us. We can always use more people. Anybody, people hear the name Aura and they get intimidated, like they won't be wanted or something like that because they think they're just a PvP sweaty guild, and that's just not the case. We have a bunch of good players that are all over. We got some, you know, other content creators. We have, myself, obviously. We have Dr. Burns of the Copium Clinic is in there. Zyback is in there. So we have, some good content creators in there as well. Um, Highwomen are looking for a streamer if you're interested. There you go. I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with Aura, but thanks, Nugget. Hey, Epito TTV, how you doing? What's up, my friend? Welcome to the channel. Is this your friend, Nugget? Is this him? Is this Epito? I probably fucked up the name, but how you doing? Glad to have you here. If you guys are coming in for the first time, and I did not, I did not. Um, I think Nice was asking for some questions, but I didn't. No, you don't know. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. I keep screwing that name up.
Welcome
Oh,
to the
thank
Hidden
you,
Dagger and
Epito
Good Looking.
TTV. With the name of Epito TTV, Twitch TV, I'm assuming you have your own channel. But do you stream Ashes as well, my friend? No, I did not ask Margaret a question. I don't, you know, I don't know why, but Margaret reminds me a lot of my daughter because my daughter is also half Filipina, and Margaret is German and Filipina, the same as my daughter. I'm German and Filipina, so or I'm not Filipino, but I'm German mostly. All right, thanks, Nugget. You have a good one, bud. We'll see if we can recruit some highwaymen for you. I'll put out a good word for the highwaymen, okay? But that means if you see me running a caravan, you gotta let me pass. All right? I don't want to be hearing this. You want to do, but there's no Italian community on Ash. Oh, well, there might not there might be a few. One time, there might be a few. You'd be surprised, and they're always looking for content creators. From every area. So yeah, you should. If you enjoy it, you should do it. Absolutely. You'd be surprised. I think you would find some people. I mean, hell, come on. If anyone's coming in here to look at my ugly ass, then anybody can get people. So, you know, absolutely, give it a shot. Try it out. What else are you guys looking forward to seeing today in the PTR? Do you have the PTR, Pito? So, what are you guys looking forward to? What is the one thing that you want to see today? The 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 biggest thing in your mind that you're hoping to see out of PTR today. If there was one thing that you absolutely wanted to see, what would it be? You afraid it's going to be bad today? Well, extrapolate on that. What do you think's going to be bad about today? Do you think it's the dynamic gridding is going to be messy, or you want to see? No, oh yeah, I'd love to see. No, well, we wouldn't see that today anyway because that's supposed to take weeks uh, to get. Node 4, the village is supposed to be a few days, and the stage 4 is supposed to be weeks. So I don't even they. If we see Node 4, that'll be accelerated. That'll be accelerated. Summoner, yeah, yeah. You people would be so happy to see Summoner, but they've already taken that off the table, so you can't. That's not going to happen. You think today is going to be something like level 5 NPCs balance shite? Well, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be bugs, especially in the anvils. There's probably going to be some quests out there that are, maybe like their version of the sweat of the brow is not working correctly, or, um, they're giving way too much experience or not enough experience, stuff like that. But they have a good idea. All they need to do is like copy and paste some of the experience tables that they have from Lionhold and put them on the quest over in in the Anvil. Oh, I believe the Anvils is going to be live today. Yeah, I think the Anvils is going to be live today. Absolutely, and I think dynamic gridding is going to be live today. And now that might take some tweaking because they've said that already that it's going to need some tweaking. So we'll see. That's what we're here for, right? Is to help tweak. So did it? Did everybody get a good look at my poster? Let me see. Let me go ahead and put it up here again for you so everybody can see it. There you go. Reed Stevens' poster. What do you guys think? I worked hard on this. Let me know if you guys get a good laugh out of that. 100% accurate. I'm gonna put that in Discord. I think I'm gonna put that in Discord. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I needed I needed to do something to entertain myself. And CEO is one in the board game. Loved it. Thank you, thank you. Uh, yeah, is it? Are you guys still trying to log into the PTR because the patch is? I mean, I thought it was going to come up around 12 o'clock today, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't. Did they give a time? I got till 1:30, and then I got to take my wife to work. But we'll see. No, still no patch. Then Tarek, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Uh, yeah, yeah, it's kind of what I'm thinking, but I think it's going to be a big patch. So, maybe, I hope it's going to be a big patch. Who's Are you guys what? Are you guys going to be happy if they tell you that you can't use Guy Ferrari today? That you actually have to level up? Is that going to be okay with you guys? I kind of want it that way, honestly. I, I don't know if it'd be good for them to let a bunch of 25s in there kind of harassing the newer players already. I think that might be bad. And how about this? What do you think that the lawless zones are going to be in there in any way, shape, or form yet? Not the C ones, but the ones in the POIs. Do you think that works? And have you guys played a system like that before? Kind of like Arcade, where um, the conflict in the area kind of went into overdrive, and then the area would turn lawless, where you could fight. I'm looking forward to that a lot. I think that they are. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's not like Steven called me and said, "Hey, yeah, we're putting in the anvils." You could tell everybody. Yeah, yeah, that'll never happen. But I hope that they put in the anvils. I mean, they got a lot of stuff. Let's look at the stuff that they need to go ahead and get tested. Right? They need to make sure that they test the anvils, the starting area for Phase 3, which they said will be in. They need to test the dynamic gridding to make sure it's ready for Phase 3. They need to get the economic system in, which is supposed to be ready for Phase 3. They need to keep testing the Pyre and the Nikua. Um, there's a lot of stuff that they need to make sure that they're in. You're stuck at work. Oh, unacceptable. You're building a new PC. Oh, no. You know what? I envy you because you can at least build a PC. I cannot. I wish I could. I know people say it's easy. I can't do it. I bought my first one at Micro Center, I think it is, and I got to tell you, really impressed with Micro Center. Definitely going to go back there. For years, I went to Alienware and got computers over there. I'll never go back there. I'm going to Micro Center forever now. They're great customer service and completely customizable computers. I can just drop in a new video card and my computer should still be good. Uh, Never seen it done before. The closest thing I've seen random PVE events that spawn CO Rift. Oh, okay. Warhammer Online had like events and stuff like that as well, but Arcade would probably be the closest thing to where this system is coming from, I believe. You like the mechanic too. Rotating lawless zones are good. Well, I mean, it's frustrating when you're like, okay, say you're in Remnants of Civilian, right? And you're grinding, and maybe you're a little bit lower level, and your groups, you just got your group together. You just found your tank or your cleric or whatever, and this other group comes in and they're not necessarily better, but they're trying to steal your mobs and they're leashing stuff on you and they're just being annoying. After a while, you just want to just kill them. You just want to kill them. So I'm kind of hoping that that's the way it works, where you can just take your vengeance out on those people. Which you like no reward. Thought they were going to be random throughout the map. I think that they are going to be somewhat random. I think it's going to have like a tension zone kind of a deal. Arcade had like they had specific zones that were for peace. They had specific zones that were for war, but a lot of the other areas um, they would have like a tension zone, like 1 through 5, and it would tell you what level it was in. And the nice thing about it was if somebody attacked you, so if you went corrupt on somebody, so say a level 25 went corrupt, or not corrupt, but went flagged a combatant on a level 5, right? Well, if it was like in level 1 tension, that they would balance the two to where actually the level 5 could beat the level 25. So it would balance their stats automatically. And the higher tension it got, the less of a balance it is. So early levels, the 1s, the 2s, and the 3s, you wouldn't really be able to grief people too much. But as it got closer to level 5 and conflict, and that when it got into conflict, that's when you started to get some um, honor points for killing people. But you would get more honor points when it hit war. So I'm hoping eventually that they put in some kind of honor point or realm rank system, maybe similar to Dark Age of Camelot or something like that. Oh, well, great. Thanks for stopping in, Pito TV, and I appreciate the follow. And think about that content creation, for Ashes, with the Italian community if you're interested. Let me know if you ever need any help with anything. I'll be happy to give you a follow and send you a raid occasionally. I hope you have a great night. Thank you for coming in. Well, it does sound complex, but the system's already been done. You know what I mean? It's been done, so it shouldn't be that hard to replicate. They got smart people over there. They got smart people. I have faith. So what else are you guys looking forward to?
Welcome to the Hidden Dagger Inn Good Looking.
Hey, oh boy, I'm gonna mess up this name. Satam Peruri. Thank you very much for the follow. I really hope I didn't butcher that name too bad. Glad to have you. Welcome to the stream. Let me know if there's anything you would like to ask. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions to the best of my knowledge. Welcome to the community. Glad to have you here. We are just waiting for the PTR to open. Well, first we're waiting for
Welcome,
it to
dear.
patch.
Sit now.
Hey,
relax,
thank you for the
and
sub. I
enjoy the
appreciate
show.
it, Tony. Thank you very much. Yeah, we are just waiting for the patch. So I'll let you guys know as soon as I can patch. Then we're gonna just go ahead and we're just gonna talk about what we see. Basically, I will have to take a break quickly while I take my wife to work, but I'll be back a little later. And more than anything, this patch still isn't up. More than anything, if you guys don't have the game or you do have the game and you're kind of curious to see how I'm leveling, because I plan to be a tryhard on August 4th. So tune in because you'll see I'm going to be streaming from level 1 to hopefully 30 that we get to go to. And we're hoping to do it in about 3 days. So we're going to be going probably mostly nonstop from about 5:30 in the morning to about 11 or so at night, 11 or 12 at night, getting about 4 or 5 hours of sleep in between. So I hope you guys stick around and join us for that. What did you think about the new weapons on the PTR? I didn't try a ton of them, set them. Um, I tried the axe because they didn't have. Hey, Blended, what's up? They didn't have the good versions of them, and I was also trying some other stuff with the quests and stuff like that. So I didn't mess around a ton with that, and I was still playing a lot on the live version too. But now I'm done with the live version. I'm going strictly PTR. Is something big supposed to be in a PTR? Well, we don't know for sure, Blendon, to be honest with you. They've been kind of quiet about that, but they've had a lot of time to get ready for this moment. So, other than a full wipe, I'm expecting it minimum the anvils today at a minimum, and dynamic gridding I'm expecting to be in. So we'll see. Um, it's hard to say whether look, they got what 2 weeks before 2 weeks, 20 days, something like that before they got phase three launching. They got a lot of stuff they need to test. So two-handed axe and mace were a bit too small. They were a little bit small compared to that great sword, weren't they? Type in on Discord. Let's see. 1 second, guys. I'm uploading another file to these guys. Hey, Mervin Butler, Buller, how you doing? Please keep the leveling videos coming. You like those, huh? I hope they help you guys. You know that I don't. Did you guys get to watch the latest one that I put up there from last night? I mean, heck, give that one a try. If they end up wiping the PTR, which I'm assuming they will, and you start a fresh character, give that one a try today. Let me know how it works out for you in the comments. Um, yes, I plan to do a lot of walkthrough videos and stuff like that on the YouTube and also streaming that kind of stuff here as well when we get a chance to. So, and also I really encourage the community to help out. You know, I can't find all the quests, so if you guys find a quest chain, especially or an event that is really good XP, you know, come in the channel, let me know, and so we can share that information. We can make a video with the community to let the newer people who maybe need a chance to help catch up, because this game right now, even now, it's kind of overwhelming. So when it gets fully released, it's going to be really overwhelming. And I remember when I came into games late, like Dark Age Camelot, and I came in late to Arcage, um, there was that sense of it being too overwhelming. And the community was not very forthcoming and didn't want to help a lot. So I want to be that person that helps the community out and helps the new players out so they have a place to go. They know that they can trust me, and they know that I'm going to try to give them the best, you know, most best information that I can, up to date information, so they can have a decent leveling experience and not get left behind. If you don't crash back to the queue for the first fair, Blended, come on, it's not going to be that bad. It's not going to be that bad. Even their 2.5 release, at least I didn't have that much of a problem. I thought it was pretty smooth overall, honestly. Yeah. Thank you guys for the new follows and the new subs. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. I am going to be, I don't know if you've caught some of my previous streams. I've been pretty much streaming all week. I'm kind of making a change. I'm still going to be doing my YouTube content, but I am going to be doing a lot more Twitch. You're going to see me on here a lot. I go back to work on the 14th of August, but I am looking to build my community more here on Twitch, because I am, due to some health reasons, I'm looking to probably retire from my driving job, and I'm looking to do this full time. So you're going to be seeing me a lot. My wife doesn't think I can pull it off. She doesn't think I'll make any money. We'll find out. But that's kind of where I am with that. So I'm hoping to grow my community more and do this for you guys all the time. So hopefully you like what I do. I try my best, and if you have any things that you'd like to suggest for me to improve, let me know. You'd like to see rapier and dual dagger? Oh yeah, dual dagger wielding would be nice. I'd like to see the one-handed axe and one-handed sword combo, something like that. But they did say, I think it was Roshan, and I don't want to quote him or anything, but I think that I did ask him that question in PTR. I think down the line something like that will be possible. So that's one of the things that they're thinking of, I believe. But I do appreciate, Mervin, the compliments about the videos. I will definitely try to keep those coming for you guys. Are you guys all new players? Do we have a lot of new players in here? New to phase 2.5 and are coming to new to phase 3? If you're like me, just cancel the wife's Amazon subscription and retirement. Looks a lot more doable. You know, I will occasionally change that password for my wife's Amazon account. she, I'll be looking at it. What did you order now? What is this? But yeah, no, I don't think it's going to be that bad, London. As far as the queue, I was having some problems crashing with the NVIDIA bug, but that seems to be much better now. So, oh, you've not been playing since Alpha 1? Oh, wow. Well, they've changed an awful lot. So you definitely should come back in and give it a look. I bet you'd find enough stuff to keep yourself interested now, for sure. You've been hanging on from the Kickstarter. Do you have an account with the Kickstarter, Sedum, or are you just and just thinking about coming back now? I mean, in all honesty, I think a lot of people who were able to take a break and come back, I think it's probably a good thing, especially now. Now is a great time to come back, especially with it on August 4th, getting ready to go to Persistent. So you have PTR. Everybody's got PTR now who's got an account. So get in there and try it out. That way you'll have an idea what kind of archetype you want to roll on August 4th. And I think they're gonna have a lot of interest coming back to Phase 3. Um, is it going to be? Is Phase 3 going to have some ebbs and flows in it? Sure, yeah. I mean, of course. And honestly, I think that they while they say that they don't want to have any wipes, that they're trying to avoid wipes, and I'm sure in their heart that they are trying to. But if we're being honest with ourselves, one, I think that wipes during this process are kind of a necessity, not only to test new biomes, um, these new POIs that they put in. You're not going to get the level of attention in testing those things unless you do fresh starts, because that's where you get your sweatiest moments from people who are trying to level, and that's where you're going to find the people who are going to find things to exploit. So I really think it's important that they do, maybe every 3 to 6 months they do another fresh start wipe. That's kind of my thoughts on that, and not to mention, the real money transfers and the exploiting. If that's a problem again, they might have to do it just to reset the economy. Let's hope and see if they've made some progress with that as well. You got a key for Alpha 2, so you have a file. Oh, very nice, very nice. I'm jealous. Hey, Demon Hunter, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Wipes are good. How can you make early game changes if no one play? Exactly. Yeah, I agree. I've always enjoyed fresh starts and wipes and stuff like that, and I hope that they, maybe every 3 months, 6 months, something like that. Whenever processed around 200 mats, it takes about 3 hours. The XP is a lot better now for processing. Literally before, when you were processing like 250 mats, and the one biggest change is the slider on the processing. Thank God for that. It automatically detects what kind of rarities you have in there, and you can put whatever amounts you have in there. Thank goodness. But they also, it does take about 4 hours or so. The max you can still do is 250. But it takes about 4 hours or so, give or take. But the experience is much better. I leveled up my mage strictly to 12 just from uh, um, mats with metalworking, and she was level 12, and that was pretty much all she did. So, and she was a journeyman metalworker. So yeah, it's much better now. Yeah, it's a much better way now. What do you guys think about the processing? Do you guys think that there should be a level cap with the processing, or do you kind of like it the way it is? Like, because gathering, you don't need, there's no level cap, and there's no level cap with processing, but there is one with crafting. Like crafting, you got to be level 10. You can't go past apprentice into journeyman, unless you're level 20 for journeyman. So do you like that the way it is, and do you think that there should be, do you think a level 20 should be able to, or a level 8 should be able to go harvest master materials out in the world, or you kind of figure maybe it's kind of dangerous out there, so just the mobs themselves kind of keep them in check? You did leveling at phase through 2.5, 60 to 70 catering and processing. Oh, crafting and processing. Now I'm 20. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you could absolutely do that. Yep, 100%. And I think that's a good way to go. I mean, I have a second account, so I have on my other computer when I'm not streaming, I have my second account usually in a node. By the way, if you ever need a transfer in game, let me know, and I can bring my alt in if you're in the same node and do a transfer for you. I'd be happy to do that. Um, oh, you just applied, Dora? Oh, awesome! Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Oh, look, we have best viewers on Streambo.net. Well, thank you, Mister whatever your name is. Let me see if I can get rid of you. Uh, hmm. Yeah. Okay. Gotta love these people coming in. They're desperate for their best viewers. All right, guys, it's time to try again. Let's see what we got. But keep asking those questions, guys. What do you got for me? What are you most excited to see today? What would blow your mind today if you saw it? What would it? Still not out. They we have any kind of official statement or anything like that? Let me see if I can look at their Discord over here. Pull their Discord up to see if they got any official statements. No, no official statements yet that I've seen. I'm glad that you decided to join Aura. There, let me know when you have your interview. You're gonna be a harvesting slave. Hey, you know, let me know. I'll be happy to take those mats. I'm doing carpentry and lumber milling, so again, so I'll be happy to take those mats off your hands, make you a nice bow or something like that. Anybody else playing a ranger here today? I'm going ranger again, so I'll be going ranger at P3. You have any questions about any of the archetypes if you haven't played them? You're excited to see dynamic PvP in the Quest arcs? You mean you talk about the dynamic gridding, or are you talking about like the Lawless Zones Demon Hunter? Quest arcs, I don't know if those were in. That would be something I would be blown away if those were in. Um, right now I'm kind of hoping just for more quests in Lionhold and quests in Anvils. Everything else, and maybe some quests in Lionhold and Anvils that lead out into like the trop. It goes far enough into the tropics and stuff like that. Um, Although in Phase 3 they release. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely in Phase 3 I'm hoping for some of that. I like I mentioned earlier, one of the things that I kind of hoped to see was, and I don't know if this will be the case, but way back in like Ultima Online, Lawless Zones, yeah, I'm looking forward to those too. Those I can't wait for. But in Ultima Online, you'd have like these world events where these mobs would just like attack the towns out of nowhere for just whatever reason. I'd like to see events like that where the goblins or whoever in the area, the minotaurs would attack your town, and you need all of the citizens to come together and help defend your town, not from another guild or anything like that or another node, but from just the environment. And then have like waves of that, eventually finishing off with like the Goblin Lord or something like that, and maybe he drops some kind of artifact or something like that. That would be really cool. But are lawless zones the entire node zone? I don't believe so. To me, from what it sounded like, Demon, it was the going to be the it was going to be go ahead and be like the POIs. So like runes of civilian or something like that, or maybe like the Carfin area. That's kind of the way I understood it. Um, and it would seem to me that the way they would do that is like the more conflict that took place in that, maybe the more players that died to like combat and flagging or something like that. Um, the the greater the conflict would become. Kind of similar to Arcage. We'll see if something like that happens, but that's kind of the way I anticipated it. I will be right back though, guys. I have to use the washroom. I'm gonna go ahead and run in, or can I? It won't let me. Let's see. No, it won't let me run an ad. I was gonna run an ad so you guys don't have to do it while I'm going on break, but it won't let me right now. But give me 1 second. I'm gonna take a bathroom break. Gotta get rid of this Coke Zero.
Feeling the thrill in the air, we're on our way. Gather here at the the hidden dagger inn. Ready to slay through the portal we'll go into the unknown, facing the challenges together we've grown. In the world of Pharaoh we'll make a mark, building our empires from dawn until dark. Adversity won't stop us, we'll never lose hope. With friendship as a weapon, we'll conquer and cope. Embrace the adventure, let the sparks ignite. In this journey we'll find our inner light. Hand in hand we'll rise above it all. United we won't stumble or fall.
Hey, Roan, how you doing? What's going on? You want grand events and you need more lawless areas? Yeah, that'd be nice. That would be really nice. Are all those girls single? Yes, yes, they are, Demon Hunter. Yes, absolutely. You treat them good, and they are single for you. Absolutely, they can do that. Is anybody going to try that leveling strat that I put on YouTube last night? What do you guys think? Did you get a chance to watch it? Hopefully that helps you guys out a little bit. We'll see. Let's see how many things change. I mean, those quests are in there, so that strategy should work. I have a feeling, and I said this last night in the video. I have a feeling. You know how it's been grinding heavy. Hey, Shakur, what's up, buddy? Thank you. Oh, thanks, bud. I'm glad you enjoy it. Was gonna say the questing has been kind of left behind for the last few phases, and the grinding has been where people have gone. I really believe that they're gonna surprise us, and it's gonna be questing heavy this phase. We'll see. That would be great because I know people have been really clamoring for questing, so we'll see. So how you doing, Shakur? What's going on, bud? How's you and the wife? They doing good? Yeah, I'm very excited. Yeah, try that leveling strat. See how it works for you. Yeah, and the nice thing is you can just kind of pause it step by step, so that it makes it easy. So you follow it to the first step, do it, and then go to the next step, and then the second time you do it, you'll understand it. The hardest part to get with that one, especially if there's a lot of new players. Oh, well, thank you very much for becoming a member. I appreciate it. I actually think you're the first one that's become a member, Roan. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. What was I going to say? I'm having that sometimers moment. Oh, the parcel package that you get from Delata Featherstep. That is the one I think that's going to be the hardest one to do. If there's a lot of new players, they're going to be running around the road scooping those up. But remember, if you know where one spawns, no, thank you. If you know where one spawns, and you can, there's a few of them all along the road that if you watch in the video are kind of a little bit harder to see that I point out to you. If you see those, they spawn every 5 minutes. So if you have to camp them, you have to camp them. But either way, that one's not that important to, rush right away. The most important one to get right away is the Sanctus weapons from Jova. Now, in the video, it's going to show that the guy is in the node. But if there's no node yet, it should only be they should be in the tent where you return those quests at. That's where they should be. So hopefully they're still there. We'll find out. Yeah, they can be a pain. But, there's enough other quests. If you guys are struggling leveling, first and foremost, if the world is completely new, which it should be, if you get in right away, try to do your sweat of the brow real quick, and then run down that bridge up to the north, to the east. Go down that bridge where the goblins are, and look for those two events to pop: the caravan down and the unruly guys. And make sure you get those events. If you see an event pop, you take it, because especially with all the new players, it's going to be the elite version of those because there's so many players that are going to run to those, and that's going to be like 25,000 experience from doing those. So that's going to be huge. Oh yeah, the skins. That's right, Saddam. The skins. A lot of the skins. I think they said they have like 100 skins that are going to be put into the game as well. So, rush the horse. You know, the real easy ones to do. You don't even need to do the goblins. Don't mess around with getting your bow, especially if you're going to get your Sanctus gear right away. You don't even need to do all that because you know how hard it is going to be to get a damn goblin. You know, kill 3 of those things between the guards killing them and everyone else killing them. You know, it's going to be damn near impossible. So just run by those and ignore them. Yeah, I would think set them, and I'm really hoping that the anvils are going to be open, and that should help split up the should help split up the population a little bit. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say that most people are going to want to go check out the anvils. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to stick with the Lionhold because I just want to kind of test my video again, see how that works. I'll do the other one later on. I don't feel the need I have to do that right now. I want to hear everyone else's feedback and then I'll go check it out for myself. I'm going to try this patch to see if it's up yet. And nothing. Still nothing. Still no word that I see on Discord, but you guys keep an eye out for me. What time is it right now? 11:30. So I was thinking it was going to be up by 12, but maybe they're running behind. Samaya's Hope's got a lot of good quests over there. Now, in this video, before this video, we were doing, and I have on some of my later streams, or earlier streams, that I put also on YouTube, we were doing some Samaya Hope quests too, as well. So they have 2 guys that give you back-to-back quests where you can get some extra surplus coins and stuff like that over there on Samaya's Hope. And if you want to get a lot of surplus coins, my viewer here, Nugget, told me, a subscriber Nugget told me that if you're level 5 and you don't do Rump for the Larders from Captain Red Blade or whatever his name is in Second Sword Outpost, and you don't turn into Parcel Quest yet, if there's a guy in Second Sword that will send you on the New Order quests that will give you up to 7 extra tokens to do. So keep that in mind if you want to do those. That could be one thing to do if you're just looking for something to get content. Give that one a try. Yeah, Samaya's Hope's been pretty stable. I think a lot of people just didn't like to go to Samaya's Hope, to be honest with you. But they have some decent quests over there. I wasn't big for Samaya's Hope either. I get, reluctant to change sometimes, so I kind of stick with what I know. And I know Lionhold like the back of my hand, so. Demon Hunter, you know the vassal system, unless you're an organized guild, if you... What's the level? Yeah. In this game, Demon, I would say right now, the game is heavily leaning towards large guilds. I was kind of hoping that there would be more room for small and medium guilds to have ways to advance, but when I look at their guild tree system, and I look at their guild leveling system. Now, I made a video on what I thought about the guild leveling system. I'm not a big fan of it. I think it kind of gatekeeps people into having to run those caravans. And I think if they want to keep that system, that's fine. They could use it to subsidize, guilds to level up. That'd be fine if they found trophies or whatnot and they want to turn commodities and run it. But I think the leveling for guilds should be just whatever your members are doing in the world should, just like the nodes, should gain the guild's experience. That way it wouldn't gatekeep the smaller and medium guilds from being able to gain some levels. Otherwise, if you make them pretty much predominantly run caravans to do it, 1, the experience is ridiculous, which needs to be fixed. But 2, if a guild doesn't like you, they can just pub stomp every one of your caravans and you'll never get anywhere. So I kind of hope that they revisit that. But that's what their player feedback is for, right? But yeah, right now being part of a large guild like Aura, there's a lot of advantages to it. You know, Aura was one of those guilds that was able to uh, gatekeep the crypt and stuff like that. Along with Polar would do it too sometimes, and Envious when they were a guild, they would gatekeep it. Um, and that was the dungeon that had the hawk bow in it, which everybody wanted the hawk bow, right? So that's kind of a big deal that one guild or two guilds is getting all that really good gear. That's big. What do you think they do with that extra gear? They can sell it. They can make money. They can buy freeholds. They can do all kinds of things. So now I hear that the Hawkbow is not going to be the same this phase. That it's going to be what you diddle lessened, and I would imagine that the Flesh Ripper is, and I'd be curious. Do you guys think that the Scorpion Broodling should be in the game early on? Um, I kind of don't. I thought that the Scorpion Broodling was kind of messed up the whole animal husbandry. I mean, who's gonna want a bear or a wolf when you can go get a broodling and tame it at a novice level? I hope that they take that out because I think it really messes up the whole process. But that's just me. That's just my thoughts on it. But I am looking forward to the lawless areas, the POIs, to see how they work. I'm sure that those are going to need a lot of tweaking, Demon, but we'll see. But we'll see. And let's just pray that the dynamic gridding works as intended. And I'm not so worried about it working as intended this time, this particular day. But as they make more tweaks to it with more players flooding in, let's hope it works the way they want it to. Because if it does, it's going to be genre changing. To be able to have the large scale combat and stuff like that, like when the legendary relic drops and there's hundreds of people flooding to it, that's going to be big. It's going to be really big. You paid 15 gold though for a scorpion mount. Yeah, I mean, but you remember what they were early on? They were like 130 gold. I think people were trying to get for those. And what does that breed? When you see something like that, 130 gold for a scorpion mount, that just breeds RMT. Like, hey, come buy my gold, and you can have your scorpion mount. So I don't like that. I don't think it's a good idea. It should be a steady It should be a steady progression. Don't screw the animal husbandries. It costs enough early on to get a bear and then get a 50% chance to get a beast of burden or a tameable animal. It costs enough to do that already, and gold and silver and gold is precious early on. So yeah, yeah. I mean it's 180 or 175% in water and on land mount that you can do right away if you get lucky enough to get it. And I know it took me like 25 tries to get one, but they're all over the place. So I don't know. I just hope that they take that out. But that's just me. Hmm. Says my connection is unstable. I wonder what's going on. Is it coming through blurry for you guys or anything like that? Looks okay on my screen. Yeah, so I think I went out and eventually tamed mine, but you know, you're gonna want just go with the progression. Get the bears, get you use the swaybacks. Maybe go out and get a better version of the horse. Get a horse that's like a rare or a heroic horse. Let the speeds of those go up to like 140 or 145% or something like that, and just roll with that. I don't know if we're going to get any kind of an update on this, guys. They haven't. Has anybody seen an update or a message from Steven at all? I was really hoping we would have had a patch and they would have had this thing up by 12 o'clock, but it doesn't look like it right now. No, still no patch. Nothing. Got nothing. Here, see if I see anything from Steven. But what we'll do when it does come up, whenever it comes up, we'll just go ahead and I'll log on and we'll do some streaming and we'll just talk about what you guys are seeing in the PTR, what I'm seeing in the PTR, and we'll just discuss. I won't be able to show any footage, obviously, but it's good on YouTube. Okay, good. It must just be Twitch then. I don't know. Yeah, I don't. Twitch sometimes, I think, throttles your stuff a little bit, so it's kind of annoying. So what's everyone else doing today? You guys at work right now? Hey, puppy, got my puppy in here. What's going on, baby? I'm looking forward to this. So I am looking forward. I'm just if there's not going to come up soon though, I would like to get some kind of an announcement. Going to work soon? Ah, that's no fun. But are you going to be taking time off for launch? Not so much maybe August 4th, but when the game actually launches. Hey, Charlie, what's up, my brother? What's going on? What dynamic gridding is? Dynamic gridding, in a nutshell, Charlie, is it's basically when a lot of players are in, let's just say, the Ruins of Civilian, right? Because everyone's going to go run into there and start to level up. There's going to be more people uh, than one server can hold. So it's going to recognize that there's a lot of players in that area, and it's going to spin up more servers for that specific area. So it spins up dynamically depending on where the players are flooding to. So if there's a caravan event that starts in Winstead and is moving to Seahook with those 400 players, it's going to spin them up along with where the traffic's going. So if that's a layman's term of what dynamic gridding is, so hopefully that helps explain it a little bit to you. And how you doing, my friend? Trolley is a really good tank. If you ever need a really good tank for ashes, look them up. Meshing servers together for large player counts in high volume areas. Yes, thank you, MechTech. That's a quick way to look at it. Yeah, it's in it, and what it's gonna do is allow them to have those big open world battles and not have to instance them, right? Um, you know, that's what makes the world great. Having those large open world battles, uh, where you can have that surprise butt sex from another node running in and jumping in, and you know or another large guild coming in there and peeing in your Cheerios when you didn't expect them to come. So one of the other things to talk about there was that fall damage. Talking about not expecting things. People who haven't tested the PTR in a while, man, be careful with where you go because the fall damage is really increased. I jumped off a bunny hill and it took me like 3,000. I took like 3,000 damage from it. I was like, and I died. I just heard my guy go, and that was it. So, yeah, yeah, be real careful, especially if you're leveling up and you don't have an Ember Spring close. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't look like it has a dedicated start, so who knows when this will be up. Well, if it's not up till later, then we'll, probably I'll do a stream later or something like that. But I figured I wanted to come in here and get some talking and see if you guys were excited. But maybe I'll just wait till it actually is up. But in that case, maybe I'll just go ahead and get some lunch before I take my wife to work, and we'll just keep an eye on the patch notes because it appears that there is no dedicated time. So everybody, Roan, thank you for the membership. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being the first one. Everyone else, thank you for the subs and the follows today. I appreciate it. Remember, you're going to be able to catch me a lot more. Thank you, Trolley. I appreciate it. You're going to be able to catch me a lot more on Twitch and, of course, on YouTube because I multi-stream. So please come back and visit me, and let's talk about Ashes of Creation and everything about it. You guys have a great night. Let me see if we can raid somebody to give somebody a little bit of love real quick on Twitch. Who do we got here that we can send a little bit of love? Let's go ahead and give Pockets a raid. So go say hi to Pockets, guys, and give him a big hello from the Hidden Dagger Inn. And we will talk to everybody soon. We are rating in 1 second. Looks like most of my viewers here is on YouTube, but that's okay. We're going to send them over right now, guys. 1 viewer. Is that it? Is that it? Yeah, all my viewers must be on YouTube pretty much. A few on Twitch. All right, guys. Here we go. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye. Thank you.